Have you learned to sit yet? Are you working on yourself? Are you trying to take care of non-duality in you? I want you not to dwell on small things. Learn to sit. I want you to learn to sit. I want you not to dwell. As you can see, in the picture, basically, that I have mentioned the date. So Brahman wants me to carry on for a few more days, I guess, but it wouldn't be long because I know the energy level has risen very, very high. Today I wanted to mention my gurus. Today I wanted to mention my spiritual guides who protect me, my spiritual guides, my gurus who protect me and who guard me, and I feel like a feather, and nothing can harm, you see. and I feel like a feather, and nothing can harm me, if you understand. So today I wanted to mention my guru. I wanted to mention in the previous lifetime, because I know my words are precious. I know my time is precious. I know your time is precious too. Well, not as much. I'm not saying it with any arrogance, but I know how you operate, or at least most of you. So I'm not going to say that your time is very precious, because your mind is always engaged in duality, creating duality left and right. That's why you don't encompass any power. You see, people ask me, how do you encompass so much power? How do you have control on unseen so much? People who are in my close by vicinity and my private seers, and the one I perform private meditation sessions, if you understand. So they ask me these type of questions. They ask me all type of questions all the time, and I tell them, when you learn to let go, when you have no attachments, then you encompass power. But you are living in fear, attachments, your attachments have given birth to fear. You are fascinated by the objects around you. You are fascinated by the objects on your body. Your body is also an object. It's the object that you perceive. Your body is the object of your perception. You cannot come out of duality because you do not invest any time. Basically, you invest time in the things that are not real, but you are fascinated because you can see them. You see, that's what it is. And then here on the live meditation session, you make no time to join me, even though you know that how precious it is and how important and significant it is for you to join me here live in this divine and sacred communion with divinity, you see, with the souls. But you do not do that. Basically, you don't take time. You come here, you are shy that I would cast a spell on you. I don't have time. You see, if I wanted to get something done, it would be done in a blink of an eye, and you wouldn't even have an awareness about it. So yeah, I don't do this kind of things, okay? I have nothing to do with the negativity. You see, as long as you are doing the right thing, I'm with you. If you try to do the wrong thing, if you if you try to do the wrong thing, if you try to wrong people around you, your fellow humans, if you try to contemplate a revenge with your fellow humans, if you are the one who thinks you are superior just because you have a certain skin color, basically, if you are the one who thinks who's superior if others don't have a certain color, if you are the one who contemplates revenge, then you are not in my good book. You understand? You are not in my good book. I am trying very, very hard, basically. I'm fighting with the demons, and I am fighting with the devil all the time. Demons and devil are not leaving you anyone. Demons and devils are not leaving anyone alone, basically. Wherever you go, they go, because they are not outside of you, just like sacred. Demon and devil are made out of sacred, but sacred has upper hand because demon and devil wants to establish a separate identity. These are the words that I'm telling you. We the mystics, mystic, as you can see, mystics, we are the mystics. My guru, my mentor, my guru, basically, as much literally, I'm not even joking. You are fascinated by seeing three-dimensional reality. That's your life. It's pathetic even, unfortunately and sadly. You are fascinated by that. And you know why you are fascinated? Because you do not know any other way. And you know why you do not know any other way? The reason you do not know any other way is because you never bothered to find out if there is any other way. It's not the limitation of the sacred. It's not our limitation. It's the limitation of your perception. You see, that's why you are so scared all the time, and we have upper hand on you. If you understand, we know what you are scared of, and we have upper hand on you. However, we are trying to light a candle under your tushy. We the mystics, we the yogis, we the meditators, we the sannyasis, we the wise people, we the sages, we the rishis, you name it. You see what I'm saying to you? The reason basically you are so scared because you have formed attachments, and the reason we have upper hand on you is because we are not scared, or we don't have duality in us. You understand? So take your faith out of these foolish things that you have involved in hatred, in drama, in gossips, and fascinated by three-dimensional reality. That's a very tiny, narrow band. You understand that? I can see through you. So take your faith out and reclaim the power you encompass. Every human encompass divinity, every human, you see, and even demon and devil cannot survive without sacred. Sacred has the power. Yes, so these are the words I'm giving you. My time is important. Try to make sense out of what I'm saying to you. You see what I'm saying? Try to make sense out of what I'm saying to you. Create no duality. If there is duality, there is tension in you, there is a struggle in you. Then you have multiple personality in that moment in time, if you understand. So create no duality, entertain no duality. Just keep yourself free and without friction. You see, keep yourself free and without friction. Learn to let go. Don't try to cling on it. You see, do not step on other people's throat, basically, so you can get ahead in life, because it would come back to you. We will make sure it comes back to you, and it comes back to you really, really fast. Just remember something. Just because you are fascinated so much by the things that you can see, you have no idea of the immensity. You have no idea of the immensity and the power unseen has. You have no idea. And how would you have any idea? Because you never bothered to explore yourself. That's why you don't have any idea, and most people wouldn't have no idea till they pass on even. You see what I'm saying to you? You have no idea of the unseen. You see, the power unseen encompassed. The reason, have you not bothered to ask yourself the reason that how come unseen has such immense and limitless power? Because unseen has no physicality. If it has no physicality, it cannot be destroyed. It's very simple. You understand? If it has no physicality, it cannot be destroyed. And because anything which has physicality can be destroyed. If I ask you to destroy the air or the space, what is going to be your response? You understand what I'm saying to you? It's very simple. I'm not telling you rocket science, or I'm not asking you to solve E is equal to MC square by Albert Einstein. No, these are childish games. I'm telling you something so simple. That's why it has immense power. You see, my mentor, my guru in the previous carnation and the life before, my mentor and my guru in the previous carnation and the life before, Shri RamaKrishna Prahmansaya, if you understand. However you want to pronounce it, Shri RamaKrishna Prahmansaya or Shri RamaKrishna Prahmansa, however you want to pronounce it. That was his name. Name has no meanings, but what I'm trying to tell you, I know I have the awareness that I have to mention these things before I pass on. Obviously, it didn't happen on my happy birthday. Obviously, it didn't happen on my happy birthday, but it does not mean the awareness is gone. It means awareness is always there. You understand what I'm saying to you? Awareness is always there. Awareness is all there is, and that is awareness. And I know it's always there. I'm not scared. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of bored here on this planet as how I see you functioning. You see with other humans, how you are communicating, how you keep things within you. But we can see through you. When I say we, it means yogi meditators, sannyasis, the rishis, the powerful people. This is where the big guys play. You understand? There is no room for duality. There is no room for brief, small people. This is where the big guys play. This is where the big guys encompass the power of being. You understand? So remember that you can also be like this, but you need to let go. You need to learn to let go. You need to learn to not form any attachments. You see, when the life is around, nurture it. You understand? When the life is around, nurture it. When the life is around, give it your time. When the commodities are around, use it. When the commodities are around, use it. When do all this, we have nothing against it, I keep telling you. But after that, commodities discarded. Now, you don't turn into a car if you drive one, do you? You see, but most of you, I'm not saying all, but most of you are living that way. That you, most of you are living that way, that you turn into the car, unfortunately. You don't turn into a car if you are driving one. You remain where you are, and your car remains where your car is. You are not your car. You are you, your car is your car. But most of you turn into the gadgets. You see, gadgets are never gonna stop. You see, gadgets are never gonna stop. You know the reason why? Because that's how the money scumbags, the money suckers, the big scumbags who have the power and control on the wealth of the world, basically, that's how they want you to keep you involved, and the media tells you all the time what you are supposed to do, and you, like a loyal pet, you like a loyal dog, basically, rather, you just follow. You never question what's going on around you. You have made this planet so sick, This planet is very sick, and you are responsible because you have made this planet sick. When I say you, it means only the person who sees herself or himself in my words. When I say you, it means only the person who sees herself or himself in my wisdom, in my truth. And I know who you are, you see. I even know your name. I know how you think, and I know what you think. You see, you are the follower. You are the follower of the demons. You are the follower of the devil. You are selfish. You cannot get past thinking other. You cannot get past thinking about anything but money. You see, money, money, money. And when you die, you have the biggest surprise of all times. But that's not going to be very pleasant. Every moment is going to be a hell. You see, you have created hell. So I know who you are. Not everybody is like that, but the one who are not like that are very small. I can even count them on my fingers. You know that? So, but others, it's not an assumption. Absolutely not. If you understand, it's not an assumption. Absolutely not. It's an observation. I observe humans like that. You see, it's pathetic. You see, it's pathetic. Stop being pathetic, you know. You don't really have to be pathetic, you see. There is another way to live, but you never bothered to find out, you see. So we the yogis, we the powerful guys, we the big guys don't have anything to do with the kindergarten stuff, including the cars, financial status, job security, money, and this and that and all that. You see, we have nothing to do with these things. You see, these are, for us, we have transcended that. For us, this is stuff is kindergarten stuff. We have passed that. For us, we have passed that. This stuff is very small. You see, this stuff is very tiny. We have transcended all that, and anyone can reach here. If you like what you see, then stop being greedy. You stop running after a job or a money or the security or the normal life. You think your life is so constipated that we feel sorry for you. You breathe in constipation. If you understand, you breathe in constipation. Your breathing is constipated. You always have duality. It's building up within you. There is a tension. Like when you pull that super thick rubber band, you see, that's your favorite one, doesn't it? When you pull a super thick rubber band, basically. So that's the tension basically you feel most of the time of the day. So stop being this way. Change the way you are living, or you are not going to survive basically. But you are not even concerned with that. All you can think what's going to happen next. You see, how can I get ahead in life? Whatever the definition of life you have in your mind, that's what you think. Then how can I get ahead in life? No matter what happens, I'm going to betray my fellow humans and all that atrocities that you commit against your fellow humans and all that atrocities that you commence against the humans around you, because you cannot get past, and you do not know when you die, do you? Do you know when you die? You don't know. You could die in the next 5 minutes. You know that? I could die in the next 5 minutes, but the difference between me and you is you're gonna piss your pants off. You're gonna piss your pants off if you knew that you are going to die in the next 5 minutes, isn't it? I don't have that. I'm totally free. Dying for me is just like changing clothes, just a transition between one dimension from one dimension to another. You see, that's all it is for me. I'm not gonna do it, but you're gonna piss your pants off, and then you're gonna basically freak out. Then you are going to freak out, and you are gonna say, what do I do? But that's the worst thing that you can do, to freak out in that moment. If you have the awareness, time is close, do not freak out. But you cannot just control your emotions because you don't do meditation. So you are gonna freak out even though you tell and chant the mantra that I am not going to freak out. You are going to freak out. You see, you are going to freak out. It's simple. Because you have lived your entire life in fear. You have lived in your entire life in duality. How that is going to change in a few minutes or in an hour? How? You tell me. You see, no, it's not going to happen. No matter what you do, no matter how much forgiveness you ask, because there is nobody over there that you asking forgiveness from. There is no one. There is just you. If you understand, there is no one. There is just you. So if you want to be pleasant after you die, for me it's a transition. But you are so scared of death that you know you are losing your senses. You see, as soon as we the yogis, we the meditators, we the sannyasis, rishis, when we even mention the word death, you take a piss in your pants, isn't it? Today I'm very outspoken, you see, because I see you humans have not earned no decency. You see, you have made everybody sick around you, including yourself, and now you are making this planet sick. You have not earned no decency. You don't deserve decency from us. And again, when I say you, it means the one who is seeing herself or himself in my words here, my words of truth and wisdom. My mentor said today, my mentor physically, he has gone. He left a long time ago, 100 or 150 years back or sometime physically, basically. My mentor, Shri RamaKrishna Prahmansaya, the man of beauty, the man of attraction and the man of manifestation. That man could manifest reality around you. You see, that man could manifest reality around you. He is still with me. He's sitting here with me and guarding me, but you cannot see him. You see, because you have not made, excuse me, because you have not made yourself, receptive enough. You see, because I see. Because you have not made yourself receptive enough. You see, you have not put any efforts. I quoted Swami Yoga Ananda, and he said, if you want to make the change, if you do not like what you feel, and if you want to, then you gotta put efforts. And if you want to make the change, you gotta put efforts. And the time is right now, in this moment, right here. And this world is the place where you do it. You see, this world is the place where you do it. So, my mentor, my guru, you see, I was his disciple. I was a woman, not in the last lifetime, but the lifetime before. I was a woman, and I was his student, and I was his disciple. You see, the last lifetime, I cannot tell you what I was. It's very, very classified. It's very private, basically. It's between me and the sacred. It's between me and the Brahman. It's between me and the divinity. You see, you have no business with that. You know, it's not your monkey. You see, it's not your monkey. You have no business with that. So know that also. So my mentor, Shri RamaKrishna Prahmansaya, my mentor, Shri RamaKrishna Prahmansaya, encompass so much power, and it still does, basically. Not in the past tense even that encompassed, but even in the present tense, that he still encompasses so much power that it's unbelievable. You see, it's beyond your imagination. It's something that you cannot even imagine. You see, you cannot wrap your mind around the immensity and the power that he encompassed. He could manifest reality around you, and he still can. He's sitting right here. He's my spiritual guide. As soon as my transition happens and I leave the sick planet and this body, basically he's going to take me to Brahma. It's very simple, you see. And he guards me from the demons, and he guards me from the devil. He slay them if they try to put or penetrate doubts in me or duality in me. You see, he slays them, but you cannot see. So he has left his body, but he is still around. That man could manifest reality. Know that. You understand what I'm saying to you, or no? That man could manifest reality. So Swami Vivekananda, basically. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was one of his disciples, just like me. As I was disciple of Shri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda was also a disciple, just like me. And Swami Vivekananda also encompassed tons and tons of power. Swami Vivekananda also encompassed tons and tons of power. Not power in terms of money or authority, like your small kindergarten power. No, I'm not talking about that creepy and weird power that you humans fight for. I'm talking about the power from divinity. I'm talking about the power to slay demons, and I am talking about the power to slay devil. That's the kind of power that I am talking about. Swami Vivekananda. And he went for the first time when he went to Sri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya to Kali temple in Calcutta. That Sri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya was the custodian of the Kali temple, and he had the answers Swami Vivekananda was looking for, if you understand. So Swami Sri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya basically was sitting in a samadhi. You see, he was sitting. Sri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya was sitting in a samadhi. He was sitting in a samadhi, and Swami Vivekananda just barged in the Kali temple. Oh Mother Kali, mere ko shakti dene ka. Oh Kali Ma, mere ko shakti de. So Sri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya was sitting in the Kali temple. Now it's time for you to get off. I'm just kidding. I'm not that cruel though. But I'm not happy how you humans are acting on this planet and making everybody sick, including yourself and those around you. And now you are making the planet Earth sick. So sickness is all around. So change the ways you are living. Change the ways. You are not living right. You must live right. So change the ways. I have given you so much wisdom. I have educated you. I have given you tremendous amount of truth. You have become used to, basically, you have become used to of listening stories, and when it comes down to practical, this is your practical zero, or most of you, basically, not everyone, but the one who are good people, the one who see that, the one who are genuinely seeking for the truth and want to bring a change not only for themselves but those around them. Those are very small numbers. Those are very tiny numbers. Those are very small numbers. Those numbers are very, very small. Literally like this, almost. You can count those numbers on your fingertips. You see, it's a sad situation. The rest of you are selfish. The rest of you are creating sickness and more sickness, because of course sickness is going to give birth to more sickness. It's a fact, you understand. So change the ways. I have given you so much wisdom, I have given you so much education, I'm your well-wisher. I want you to live happy and in unity with the acceptance of each other. You see, is that too much to ask to you? So Swami Vivekananda was on fire. This was the first encounter with Shri Ramakrishna in that lifetime only, and in that lifetime. So Swami Vivekananda needed some answers, and he barged in Calcutta, the temple Kali, you see, where the custodian was Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya, the powerful being. And Vivekananda barged in and looked at Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya. Vivekananda basically barged in. Vivekananda basically barged in and looked at Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya. Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya was in Samadhi. Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya was in a profound state of meditation, you see. And he was sitting like this in that Kali temple. The Mother Kali, oh Mother Kali, mere ko Shakti de, Mother Kali. You see, he was living like this. He was sitting like this. Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya was sitting like this in a deep state of meditation, and Vivekananda on fire. That was the first encounter with Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya in that lifetime only. But they had met in other lifetimes too, because that kind of power, the power he encompassed, that is not the result of one lifetime, is the result of the lifetimes of many. So Swami Vivekananda said, does God exist? And Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya said yes. And Swami Vivekananda said, why there is so much suffering if God exists? Where is that God? And Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya looked at Swami Vivekananda and said, my boy. He looked at Swami Vivekananda and he said, my boy, I see God much clearer. My boy, I see God much clearer basically than I see you. I see God much clearer than I see you, and I can show you. And he took Swami Vivekananda's foot and placed on his chest, and Swami Vivekananda also went into a samadhi. And when he came out of that samadhi along with Shri Ramakrishna Prahmansaya, he was not the same man. You see, Swami Vivekananda also traveled to this country, what we understand as America. It's a beautiful country, but there is so much clarity, there is so much, I have mentioned that there is so much work that need to be done. There is so much clarity that must be here in this country. It's a big country. It's the third largest population after India. It's the third largest population as far as population, and it's large. You see, it's huge, humongous country. You see, but these things don't impress us. How the people are living. You see, are they getting along? Are they getting along with each other? You see, are they living in unity and peace? What is the level of acceptance towards each other? These are the things that we seek for. It's also a very divided country. If you understand, it is also a very, very divided country, sadly, unfortunately, and we are trying to change that. We are going to change that. We are gonna bring people together here in this country, America. That's why we the yogis, we the sannyasis, we the meditators, that's why we the people basically born in India, we the people born in India, and then we travel here to this country and we bring clarity in human perception, because there is a lot work need to be done in this country as far as bringing humans together. And what the word I'm looking for, demolishing the and bridging the gaps, basically the gaps, we are bridging the gaps. That's the best way to phrase it. That's why we are here in this country, you see, and most of us pass on or transit in this country, and we are born in India. Moving on. So he was here and he taught in numerous universities for almost 3 years. Swami Vivekananda taught here in America, numerous universities for he taught in numerous universities for more than 3 years. An arrogant man, John D. Rockefeller. An arrogant man, John D. Rockefeller. The miserable man, you see, the follower of the demon, the Rockefeller family, you know, with the wealth and authority and all that small kindergarten stuff. He barged in one day while Swami Vivekananda was writing something here in America somewhere. He barged in and because he had heard the fame of Rockefeller, thought that I am going to impress Swami. Forget about it. You are gonna need tons amount of luck regarding that. So he barged in, and Vivekananda was writing something in the book. And this Rockefeller, basically, this Rockefeller barged in and said that, do you know who I am, you see? And Vivekananda paid no heed to this Rockefeller guy. You know, we don't pay heed. These things, this Trump, this president, this authority, this and that, the money fella, Jeff Bezos, this and that, these things don't impress us. You see, you are going to come back and come back and come back and come back and come back so many times if you cannot transcend these sicknesses, the money, authority, and all that drama. You're going to come back and you're going to remain miserable in every lifetime that you are going to live. You would have no peace with it. I can promise you that. So transcend all these attachments. Anyway, so he barged in like a rude person, Rockefeller, and he literally stood on Swami Vivekananda's head while Swami Vivekananda was writing something in the book. And Vivekananda didn't notice him. He kept writing. And this Rockefeller guy says, do you know who I am? And Vivekananda didn't answer him. Vivekananda paid no heed to this guy. And so Rockefeller guy said, I am John D. Rockefeller. Shivering, you know. Vivekananda looked at him, didn't move, didn't stand up, did nothing, not a single thing. Looked at him, right at him on his face and said, listen, son. You see, Vivekananda was younger than this Rockefeller guy, rude Rockefeller guy. And he looked at Rockefeller and he said, listen, son, I know who you are, I know what you were in your previous lifetime, and I know what you are going to be in the next lifetime. Don't sit like a snake and a hawk on people's wealth, on humans' wealth. Start charities and give this wealth to the humans and give this wealth. That's what you are supposed to do. You see, otherwise your life is going to be very miserable. So of course with the yogis, with the meditators, the power they encompass the unseen and how we carry ourselves, he got really scared. He said, I don't know, I don't want to die in accident or anything like that. So So he said, okay, I will start the charity. So he started instantaneously numerous charities and came back to tell Swami Vivekananda and was expecting a thank from Vivekananda and said, are you not going to thank me? And Vivekananda said basically, no, I am not going to thank you. If you understand, I'm not going to thank you because it's you who should thank me. Had I not tell you what's going to happen in the future if you do not change the ways that you come across to other humans, had I not tell you that, your life would become crippled and you would become crippled. So you gotta pay me thanks. So he thanks Swami Vivekananda. You see, of course he's gonna, what choice does he have? So Vivekananda was the student and the disciple of, these are the mystics. That's why the title of this video is Mystics, plural. These are the mystics. I also practice mysticism. Mystic knows everything firsthand, not by handed over information. You see, mystic does not believe you, no matter who you are, no matter you claim you are Muhammad or Jesus Christ or Joseph Smith, you are no secret for us. You see, mystic experiences God firsthand. I am as close to divine as was Christ or Muhammad or whoever. So there is no distance. Divinity and sacred is being given to each one of us equally. Divinity and sacred does not discriminate. Discrimination is the sickness of human mind. Discrimination on the behalf of color. You see, if you have a certain color, you think others are superior just because they do not share the same color with you. You are living in hate, you are living in an illusion, and when your life is over, you are gonna get the worst surprise ever of all times. I promise you that. So change the ways you think. You think ill, you project ill, you carry resentments in you. You see, that's what you do. And that's why you bring dharma of this planet Earth. That's why you bring dharma of humanity so down. So instead of being ashamed and guilty right now, do something about it. Do practical. Take your faith out of these things. Take your faith out of these things always. You see, sit and meditate. Make yourself available for divinity and sacred. Sacred and divinity is being given to each one of us equally without any discrimination. Discrimination is, human gives birth to discrimination, is the sickness of sick human mind, you see. So I am as close as was, what was his name, the guy in Middle East, Muhammad, and Lord Christ. Lord Christ, of course, I hold him on a very high pedestal. It's a given, basically. Lord Christ, I hold him on a very high pedestal because he earned that. He was also a mystic. I cannot vouch for other and also anyone, but Lord Buddha is in the light. Lord Buddha is the part. He is godlike. I'm not saying he is God. I'm saying he is godlike. Everybody is godlike. You are godlike as well. The difference between me and you, I have realized that you haven't. You see, because you have not made yourself available. I'm gonna stop talking soon because let's do some practical. Don't go anywhere. I know who you are. I know when you watch it, and I know when you are going to listen to my words. I know everything that there is to know. I know. So do not go anywhere. If you are my seer and I love you and I am your well-wisher, sit here and meditate. Don't run. Do practical. You see? Yeah, because maybe this could be my last retreat. Maybe this could be my last messages because the level of my energy has risen up so high that my body is not capable of encompassing it. The only thing I am concerned is you guys live in peace and harmony. You, my kids, basically. You, my son and my daughter. Oh, that's all you are. No matter what age you have, it doesn't matter for me. You are my son and you are my daughter, and I'm your well-wisher. So do practical, along with take your faith out from the poison like discrimination, resentments, anger, jealousy, and all those sick traits. Take your faith out of that, and only live in unity. You see, I have given you the ways, I have showed you the ways that how to do it basically. So it's not no excuse no more. You see, a person can be excused if the person was not. I'm saying can be, I'm not saying is going to happen. A person can be excused in any situation, not in just in this situation, but in any situation, a person can be excused if the person was not exposed to the knowledge and wisdom. But a person in any situation, I'm saying, not just this is specific. Open your mind, pay attention what I'm saying, okay? But a person cannot be excused when you were given the option. A person cannot be. Now, understand what I'm saying to you. A person cannot be excused when you were given the option and you didn't take it. Now you have no excuse. You see, you were given the option. You know you were miserable, but you were tired. The excuse basically, you were tired. The excuse of your misery was basically that I am depressed or I am anxious. You see, do you think I didn't have all that years and years back? Do you think that I didn't have all that years and years back? Yes, but I worked hard. I had it. You see, I had everything you have. You see, I struggled on days. I struggled on times. You understand what I'm saying to you? But I said, nobody is going to change that if I cannot. I said to myself, nobody is going to change that if I cannot. If I have to change it, I have to put efforts basically. So it's the same thing I'm telling you. I said this 15 years ago, I said this 20 years ago, I said this 22 years ago to myself. The same thing I'm saying to you, that nobody is going to do it for you. You gotta do it for yourself. So don't go anywhere. I know who you are. But it means nothing, you see. But I would not be happy if you leave after listening the stories. This is all it has become for you, the stories. You see, I have given you so much truth. I have given you so much wisdom. You have literally no excuse. You have zero excuse. I have given you all I had as far as the words of truth and wisdom, and yet you are struggling to perform practical. So here I am inviting you to perform practical with me. You see, perform practical, make some time, don't go anywhere. Sit here, sit straight as I am sitting. I have shown you numerous times, I have shown you on numerous occasions that how to perform Kriya meditation, and yet you are struggling with it. You see, because you think something from outside, this is what your mind frame is, because you think something from outside is going to come and rescue you, because in the back of your mind profoundly you think something from outside is going to come and rescue you, somebody from outside. No, divinity is within you, everything is within you, even the demon and the devil is within you, and it leaves no chance basically if you are weak spiritually. So make yourself spiritually strong. You see, otherwise it would run you over, you see, and it would give you a great amount of hard time. It's not your friend, it's your worst enemy that you can ever imagine. And then it would move on to the next being, and the next being is never getting tired. Nobody is going to rescue you from outside. If you have to do something, you have to put efforts from within. Basically, you live in a mirage and you live in a delusion that somebody is going to come and rescue you from outside. Your savior, Jesus Christ, or Muhammad, or Mullah, or any of those. No one is there basically, just you and you. It's a jungle, and it's a vicious jungle. You gotta find your own way here, you understand? So do some practical with me. Perform meditation. Did you sense any fear in me? Did you sense any fear while I was delivering the words of truth and wisdom? While I was giving you all this wisdom and basically showing you the mirror, acting like a mirror, did you sense any fear in me? Of course you didn't sense any fear, because I say what I want to say. You understand? I have no concerns here. I say what I want to say, and I say the truth, and I say the wisdom, and I say the peace, and I say the unity. If you go against it, I'm your worst enemy. Keep that in mind always. And you don't want me to be your enemy, do you? I don't think so either. Good. Think good. Do good to those around you. Do good to yourself first, and then do good to those around you. You see, think good. Always have pure and good intention within. You see, when you have pure and good intention within, you always do good around you. You see, think good. You accumulate karma even when you think ill. It doesn't matter whether you act on it or not. I have mentioned that to you numerous times. So do not think ill for yourself and those around you. Think good for yourself and those around you. Come, don't go anywhere. Sit here, straight. No bending over or leaning forward or feeling tired, anxious. You are a being. Learn to know the immensity of the being, what the immensity is. Do not use a lame excuse when you mess up and you are too egoistic to apologize. You say, I'm only a human, instead of apologizing. No. Take responsibility of your actions. You see, grow from it. Don't linger. Don't guilt yourself. These are all negative traits. Grow. Shh. Silent the mind now. You see? Shh. You see this? Shh. Shh. Silent the mind. ओ काली माँ मेरे को शक्ति देने का, ओ रामकृष्ण प्रहमंसाया मेरे को शक्ति देने का, ओम शिवा मेरे को शक्ति दे. तो गाओ ओम शांति, ओम शांति शांति, ओम ए शांति, ओम शांति शांति, ओम. तो गाओ ओम शांति, ओम शांति शांति, ओम ए शांति, ओम शांति शांति, ओम. Namaskar. Namaskar. Thank you so much for coming. Come here. There's plenty of work. Come sit. Namaskaram. Oh, I didn't know you brought them too. Namaskaram. Come sit here. Are you gonna keep meditating? You see, are you going to keep meditating? Are you going to are you going to make time for yourself every day solely to sit in a super, you see, to sit in a super, you know what super is? Super is super. To sit, to sit in a super, to sit in a super silent corner, you see, are you going to do that every day? Super silent. You know how to be super silent? This is how you become super silent. Watch. Shh. Then you become super silent within, and then you become super silent in your surrounding, and then you make time every day solely for yourself as much as humanly possible, and you meditate. You become you become very concerned with your well-being, and you become very concerned with the well-being of those around you. That's how you would create a happy and healthy society. Just keep meditating, keep making time for yourself every day without a break, as much as you can, my loved ones. Remember my words. Now remember something. Remember that my words can be a little abrupt. Remember that I sometime am very outspoken. Sometimes I'm very blatant to say certain things, but it does not mean that I don't love you. If you understand, it does not mean that I don't love you. I always love you. I always have, and I always will. Okay? If I am not transited in, if Brahman wants me to carry on, then I might make some time for you in the future. And if I am gone, then you would know. And how would you basically know? If I am gone, then you would know. And how would you basically know? I know for a fact that you would know one way or another. You see, if the transition happens, my social media, I told you, BANNED. You see, banned. So Facebook banned me for some reason, some anonymous basically reason that I cannot wrap my mind around. Maybe these are the words of truth and wisdom. But the First Amendment allows me the figure of speech. Anyway, I don't want to get involved in the stupid politics and constitution drama, okay? My message is the message of love. My message is the message of unity, and my message is the message of peace. All right.